Like us, she like them, and like can, she like can. No folklore, no lying, replying, see cool like why win? I got no lose the choice to try then. And how who lose it when I got it back? You get it though, you understand where it was at before you try to pick the flow off the flow and see how to land for the underground again. Before the underground could king, before you try to pinky ring, see how chat it go, see how it didn't even show. If you see what you just had, go ahead and Gucci bag and backyard, looking like a yard. Try to talk about you play the game, I guess I pulled your cards, and I ain't even got a 5 to no reply to 2. Looking like a whole deck, looking like you hold that. Understand what it was it before you didn't know vet. See how it was veteran and looking like who oughta bending. If you thought of what you knew and talk about what oughta bending, bend it over, looking like it's no Roger over. See who ain't talking back too far to be hearing sober, over looking like it's over. See, and if it's over, that's nothing to say what's over in. Looking like beyond what you just try to be and go and win. And back to where we had to see the blue, the I to V, and blue the genetics before you talking about I to C. And Odyssey looking like you just pulled the side of the end. Mad what you was pouring out, I guess you looking signed in. And talking about who trained in. Talk about a storytelling, no folklore and welling. Looking like who's not embellished. Or should I say embezzling to talk about it, take a flow. Looking like one takers know, undertaker at your door. No grimdery, looking like no to say. If you gotta know to see the ice is taking all away. Aware right to say not as real as right. And if it's the same genetic chrome, I guess it's such a night. Like the chrome is not at your zone before the night light. See how in darkness we still see all the same delight. And then light and phrase, looking like we all amazed. We all know God is great, so why we gonna hesitate? And you can try to procrastinate. Go ahead and act your bait, looking like a stream date. And on date, see how fishermen streaming line before you try to get the net. I know God, glory divine, and not divine like love. Rather go ahead and let it know before you try to let it go. Even if it's past 50 years gone in the history to see. And I'm talking about a web, but look, we all equally yoked to be. And I ain't what's asking the question, history or her story. Before the chicken had the egg, what did history see? I should have say history, see how a snake can be. And talking about they try to eat before the egg could go to beat. And now they want to beat and talking about it's off of time. Talking about his history before it didn't act the line. Back to end for a comedic and then looking like it ain't nothing to be seen then. And see what's going in the sowing. If you talk about a sowing seed, I guess you hit the rowing. See, hits their own. Talk about what's going see and talking about it's nothing to be before you got rewind to be. Wanting to be and looking like what could just eat. Talking about I heard the flow before I really had to be.